Hey there, Tonya Barclay here. If you're a coach, course creator, or online entrepreneur who hasn't yet hit consistent 20 to 50K months, you're in the right place. This video is exactly what you've been searching for, whether you knew it or not. Do yourself a favor today and block off your calendar to watch this video for 20 minutes. I truly believe that if you don't acquire the insights I'm about to show you, your livelihood, the people you love, and the future of your coaching or info product business all depend on this. Because right now there's a quiet panic spreading through the online business world. Funnels are breaking, ads are tanking, the old ways of getting clients, they're burning out fast. I mean, you feel it, don't you? You're doing all the things, but the quality of leads are down. Your content just isn't converting like it used to. And the dream clients you know you can help, they're just not showing up. But here's the hard truth. If you don't pivot now, you'll be stuck in this cycle far longer than you should be. The internet has entered into a trust recession, and people are way more skeptical than ever before. What you need to focus on now are the only true core systems that will work for your coaching business. That means saying goodbye to funnels, the old way of doing things, and instead building the most efficient business and marketing system possible that's aligned with your dream clients and magnetically attracts them when they are ready to buy. You don't need to copy what everyone else in the online space is doing. You don't need complicated funnels, a big team, or exhausting appointment setting system just to grow. In fact, you can scale to consistent high income months with just you, or a small aligned team of 2 or 3. And let's be real, so many coaches are constantly jumping from one opportunity to the next, hoping the next strategy will be the one that finally clicks. But it's not about doing more or chasing every new tactic. It's about simplifying, building a few solid systems that actually move the needle. And that's why I want to show you our 3 core pillars that's working right now. Better, faster, and with way less friction. Look, I'm not here to convince you of anything, just to share what's actually really working with us and our clients. Let me show you how to shift into a system that allows you to grow with more ease, more flow, and more alignment without sacrificing results. I've personally sold millions in digital offers, helped scale businesses to 100K plus months, and build high ticket sales systems that close deals effortlessly without the hustle, burnout, or complexity. If you've poured your heart into building a profitable online business, only to find yourself overwhelmed by confusing strategies and empty promises, everywhere you look, there's a new AI hack or marketing trick that claims to bring instant success. But what they don't tell you is that most of these methods rely on selling low-ticket products, complex tech setups, and teams of experts doing the heavy lifting. Resources you simply don't have. Instead of giving you a real, sustainable system, they leave you chasing bits and pieces, wondering why it's not working. If you've ever felt frustrated and confused, it's not your fault. I completely understand how overwhelming it can feel to grow your business and reach those 6 or 7 figure months, especially when you're trying to do it all on your own. The truth is, building a sustainable, high-impact business shouldn't feel this overwhelming, and you deserve a better way forward. Years ago, I was in a tiny studio apartment, running myself into the ground as an intuitive healer. Look, I absolutely loved my work, but I was so exhausted. I was trading time for money, constantly on the edge of burnout. And then Jamie, my boyfriend at the time and now husband, introduced me to the high ticket world. I joined a partner company and helped generate $4 million in sales, but the hustle nearly broke me. By late 2024, I was burnt out, depleted, and desperate for a better way. That's when we created the very system I'm about to share with you, a way to create true wealth without the grind. Together with my husband, Jamie, we co-founded Igniting You, a business built to help heart-led coaches grow powerful, profitable businesses that feel just as good as they look. The old systems for acquiring clients, they just don't work anymore. What you need to focus on now are the only true core systems that will work for your coaching business. And that means saying goodbye to direct marketing with funnels and low ticket products, the old way of doing things, and instead building the most efficient automated business system and engagement ecosystems possible. This is a new path to 30 to 100K months, analyzing our engagement ecosystem and comparing it to the old way of selling through funnels. Because what I want to show you today is a pre-sold system that is going to support you filling up your coaching spots so you can have recurring revenue coming into your business that is automated and making money while you sleep. Now, I've sold over 4 million plus in online info product sales over the past 3 years. I'm not here to convince you of anything, but rather to share with you the insights on where the entire coaching and online info product space will be heading in 2025 and beyond. Why it's important to understand that the old way is not working is because what we want to do is maximize every single person that comes into your business, because what happens with this old way is you'll have a whole heap of client leads coming in here, and there's only, through all your advertising and marketing material, it only will attract 3% that are ready to buy. What this means is throughout this system, all the way down here, once you make the sale, you're losing a large majority of people in the middle here. There's leaks throughout this whole way of marketing and utilizing this strategy. And what the new way involves is having an engagement ecosystem that gives you an opportunity to not lose anyone who comes into your system. And how we do this is by concentrating on having your killer offer so sharp that when people hear this offer, they want to work with you. Also, working on this business part, automating your business is key because you want to be having recurring revenue coming in, like I said, while you sleep. So if your business is not automated, this is a massive part of your business to rectify right now. And also the third part is giving people that high value content. So you are building trust, you're being that expert in your field, and by the time they get to a call with you, they're already pre-sold. Because the human brain only has a limited number of slots for remembering people. So if you want to be remembered, you need to occupy one of these mental slots, and there's a framework to help you do that. This is our 7-figure success system. Why we created this was to help coaches scale to those 30 to 50K months fast with lean, low stress systems. So we work on 3 core pillars: dream, deliver, and dominate. I really want to make it clear that this system is not for everyone, and that's okay. It's definitely not for you if you're just getting started and you don't yet have any resources to invest in support. It's not for you either if you want to thrive on building complex funnels. We're just about simplicity. If you're not quite ready to shift how you approach growth or delivery, or if you don't have any results for yourself or your clients yet. Now, this is for you if you are someone who is selling something online already. You might have a high ticket offer, you might have an info product, you might be a consultant, specifically someone who wants to get at least a 30 to 50K plus in profit. It might be that you have a service and you're really passionate for helping people and you have a dream to sell your knowledge. We're after people who want to leverage. You value working on the business and not in it. Having a simple system. You don't want to build a massive team, but you want to run lean. Maybe have 2 or 3 staff people to help you, but you don't want to do it all yourself. You want to be able to scale your selling high ticket offer and have that profitability. And most of all, get client results. You want to attract ready to pay dream clients who are 1, ready to buy, 2, ready to get results, and 3, become a case study and for you to have testimonials on you being able to help these people get where they want to go. When Eleanor first came to us, she was completely overwhelmed. Now, as the owner of a service-based business, she was working really long hours, feeling extremely burnt out and barely breaking even. Now, despite pouring all her energy into the business that she loved so much, the rising costs meant she was taking home a wage and not even really paying herself weekly. And she was seriously considering selling her business when we met. Now, Eleanor knew she needed help with marketing, but had no idea where to start. That's where we came in. Within just 1 week, Eleanor doubled her income, and in her first month alone, she took home $15,000 in profit. It was a complete turnaround from where she started. Now, we applied just one of our proven marketing strategies, which was tailored specifically to her niche, and her results went through the roof. Over the next year, Eleanor gained the clarity and confidence to grow strategically. She even purchased a second business and applied the same marketing systems and client retention strategies that we taught her. The result were recurring clients. She had streamlined operations and consistent growth, all while working smarter, not harder. Now, with the right support and systems in place, Eleanor went from burnout to expansion, and she's now building a business that supports her life, not the other way around. She enjoys quality time with her family and runs her businesses with effective strategies and systems in place. Our next case study is Paul. When Paul came to us, he already had built a 500K business, but he was feeling really stuck. He was struggling to attract the consistent clients and wasn't clear on who his ideal audience truly was. Now, with multiple offers on the table, his messaging just really was diluted and his marketing wasn't bringing the traction in that he needed. Now, from 500K a year, we took Paul's business to a $2.3 million turnaround. We started by helping Paul get crystal clear on his ideal client, not just the demographics, but the deep needs, desires, and decision-making patterns of the people he truly wanted to serve. And from there, we implemented targeted marketing strategies that spoke directly to that audience, cutting through the noise and just really positioning his services with clarity and confidence. Paul also realized, though, he needed a business structure that wasn't just profitable, but also scalable and sustainable, because this was really important for him. Something that could support his team, reduce the overwhelm, and deliver the results without him being in the trenches 24/7. So together, we streamlined his systems, introduced automation for client acquisition, and created a simplified business model that allowed him to track predictable growth month after month. Today, Paul's business has scaled to a $2.3 million turnover, and he enjoys the freedom to take extended holidays. He only works 6 months of the year, and he loves the fact that he can step away from his business that continually strives and thrives without him. The new path to 30 to 100K plus months, and why people are realizing that the engagement ecosystem is far more efficient in being able to effectively bring clients into their business compared to the way funnels are designed. As we already know that there's massive leaks in the way funnels are constructed, and we're losing out on that 60 to 80% of people who are coming into that funnel system. And look, they all work, whether or not you're doing webinars or ad funnels or VSL funnels or Facebook groups or masterclasses. But the key thing is one marketing asset alone is not working anymore. And that's why we need to look at a more efficient way instead of jumping from system to system and launching multiple offers. We're on that content hamster wheel and people are exhausted and burnt out, working those 12 to 14 hours a day. So this is why having the engagement ecosystem work for you, because it's simple. It's a easier way to be able to target your clients through organic or paid, and then building that trust in here and being that authoritarian and adding that value and giving those people those touch points to then be able to come in and be pre-sold when you get on that sales call. And that's key. Being able to build this free content, add value to your clients and bring them through this new way of looking at a high ticket offer where you have that 5 to 25K program set up for them, and then you can take them even into a VIP inner circle where you're hitting that 100K mark to be able to build a more effective business and make a lot more money.
One of the secrets to skyrocketing sales is by appealing to a larger market. And the larger market formula breaks down the entire audience of buyers in any market into 4 key areas. What you can see here is at the top of our pyramid, we have 3% who are ready to buy now. Then we've got 17% as we go down who are just information gathering. They know they need help and are looking for a solution, but they're just not there to actually buy yet. Then we have 20% being problem aware. They know something isn't working, but they aren't actively looking for solutions yet. And then we drop down to the 60% of not problem aware, and they don't even realize they have a problem yet and are not actively looking for a solution. Now, the engagement ecosystem allows you to capture, nurture, and convert these leads more naturally over time, because the goal here is to maximize every single lead who comes in, not just the 3% here in the first month or so, but the 97%, all these guys who will buy in the next 2 to 12 months. So you need an engagement ecosystem that's going to attract the 97% who aren't ready to buy now, but could be very soon. We need to install this system. So 1, we attract them. 2, we educate them. 3, we nurture them. And 4, it gets your ideal clients to act. So you aren't losing out on anyone who starts to come into your system. Google did a study on and discovered that to make a sale in today's online platform, you need to have 7 hours of content, 11 interactions, and 4 formats before a person buys from you. And funnels right now, they just do not support that. But ecosystems and our engagement ecosystem is all about nurturing, educating, and converting across multiple touch points, which is exactly how people are buying in today's society. As you can see, the 7-11-4 rule is so important for you to understand and implement in your business for your success moving forward. How to stand out in a noisy world? Most people blend in because what happens is the brain is wired to delete what it doesn't find remarkable. But here are 5 things that can cut through the noise for you to be able to attract clients. Number 1, using something scary. Fear grabs attention, and this is why headlines often lead with crisis or threats. 2, having something weird or strange. Unexpected forces the brain to actually take notice, so it's a bit of a shock. 3, sexy, having something visual, aspirational, or emotionally compelling content can stand out. 4 is probably the one that most coaches, entrepreneurs use, giving free value, because you're generally giving helpful content to people who would otherwise pay. It's a great way to create that warmth and build that trust. And 5 is familiarity, doing that 7-11-4 framework, which builds emotional connection over time. And these are the filters that will help you decide what matters, and utilizing and having a variety of these will help you attract clients in the right way. Dream followers utilizing a system through Instagram and YouTube that operate as pre-funnels to attract prospects who are your dream followers. Why are most coaches stuck between that 5 and 30K? Because their offer isn't scalable, their systems are not sustainable, and their content doesn't build trust or authority. And they don't increase their customers' lifetime value also. Solution isn't more, it's less, but doing it in a clearer and more powerful way in how you attract them in. When your message is clear, you should be attracting level 3 or 4 prospects into your ecosystem. And dream followers are 100% responsive. They're already experienced. They know their direction. They know what they want. They would like your help, and they want to make a difference. This is why it's important to follow an engagement ecosystem for you to be able to understand exactly how to attract those dream followers in a way that you never have before. If you have a look at the old buyer's journey, you'd be going into a paid ad or organic ad. It'd then send you into a landing page or sales funnel. Then you'd go into your video sales letter. Then you'd book a call. And if you weren't a good salesperson, if you need to be hitting around that 20 to 30% close rate to be able to get a client. The new buyer's journey, which is the way forward now, is being able to have these touch points So you can build that trust, and by the end of booking a call, they are ready to buy. Going into paid ad or organic ads, then they follow you on Instagram. They then see some videos on YouTube. They're then connected with you on your Facebook page. You can then directly message them as well. So your touching point, it's another touch point there. They'll join your community, then into a lead magnet. You'll have a DM convo, and then going into your YouTube video sales letter. And by then, you have built that trust. This person has gone through all these touch points where you have been giving value, sharing content, helping them be able to have that trust in you to be able to then get onto a call, and they are ready to buy. So this is why the new buyer's journey is definitely the way to go. At how we used to do things compared to the new way of why it's so important to follow. The old way is we used to have outbound DMs, and it used to come from a sales-based system where you were trying to sell the client through your funnel to be able to get them into a paid customer. The new way of looking at this is you have that inbound DMs, which is important to build that trust and have that connection with your clients. And of course, what that means is then, instead of it being a sales-based system, you're following a more marketing-based system where your clients are going through your touch point within your platform and becoming a pre-sold client, which is in a way better way to be able to have your clients ready when you have that call, that they all are already pre-sold. This is why having the engagement ecosystem is so important, because it not only sets you up with an automated way to be able to keep recurring clients coming in, but it's just a better way for you to be able to utilize your time and be able to have a system set up so you're not losing any client that comes into your system. You're engaging with them, you're making sure you connect with them, and we want to be able to keep reaching those 80% of people that aren't buying from you straight away. So this is why having a 7-figure success business is important for your business going into 2025, because the one reason why a lot of coaches are hitting that ceiling is because they have a poor offer. They don't have any ascension. They do not have any recurring revenue. They've got poor systems, and they don't have any authority. So that's why a lot of them sit under this 5K mark here, and they never grow into the 30K to 100, because if you don't have these in place and have an engagement ecosystem supporting you and your business, then a lot of coaches are going to stay in this vicinity here. This is where you do need a hypercrush offer. You need to have that authority and trust and have your business automated. This is key in having a business today. If you do not have recurring revenue happening, then you're going to struggle. Having a scalable ascending business as well, so you can go into those VIP high figure coaching programs. Making sure that your engagement ecosystem is working for you while you're sleeping. Having a predictable pre-sold leads come in so you're not wasting time on sales calls, and being the master at that sales process, which is important. So this is the engagement ecosystem all laid out. This is the format that you follow from having your irresistible offer into your dream clients, your advertising channels through Instagram and YouTube, and how to retarget them, into your engagement ecosystem where you're following that 7-Eleven reel, and you're providing that system for clients to be able to be pre-sold and not waste any more time on all these calls. And then making sure that you're not just bringing in the 3% that are ready to buy, but nurturing the 60 to 80% into your ecosystem so they'll be able to become an ideal client. From your marketing, you then making sure that they're in their community, adding value, you're being the expert, and you can direct them into a high ticket program and then into your ascension program. And look, if they come here and they're a no-show or they're not ready to buy, then you're retargeting them back into your community. So it's a really effective way to grow your business and understand that you'll never lose a client, because if you just keep nurturing them and retargeting them, they will eventually become one when they're ready. This is just a simple layout of having your YouTube, Instagram, and Meta ads set up. With those three, they go into your YouTube channel and your YouTube video sales letter, into Instagram as well, where you're retargeting them, which is important. And then from your community, they go into your email system and your Facebook and your school. And then you're sending them into either a low ticket, recurring revenue, or high ticket, or straight into your inner circle VIP.
You ignore this if you keep doing what you've been doing. The inconsistency, the stress, the plateau, it won't go away. But if you shift into an engagement ecosystem and automate your business systems, everything changes. You'll finally stop chasing and start attracting. Your leads will be pre-sold. Your calendar won't be packed with time wasters. Your income, predictable, scalable, sustainable. Imagine knowing exactly how to attract dream clients every single week without complicated tech, pushy tactics, or a massive team. Imagine closing 10 to 25K deals on Instagram or YouTube with ease and confidence. That's what's possible with the 7-figure success system. This is why I created 7-figure success system, a 12-week accelerator designed to help coaches scale to that 30 to 50K plus months fast with lean, low stress systems. And here's how it works. We have 3 core pillars: dream, deliver, and dominate. Phase 1, dream, where you'll build your scalable ascending offer. Phase 2, deliver. You'll set up your growth infrastructure and ecosystem. And phase 3, dominate, where you'll learn to automate, scale, and leverage your engagement ecosystem. You'll also get access to a private community of other coaches earning 30K plus months, a fully automated business system for coaches with client enrollment, community management, social SMS and email integration, SOPs, templates, automations, and plug and play resources, weekly workshops with Jamie and I and other top experts, and we only open enrollment 1 or 2 times a month, and we cap it at 10 members at a time to ensure quality and results. If you're just discovering me, check out my other YouTube videos for more insights and proof. And when you're ready to get personalized help building your business automations and engagement ecosystem, there's a link in the description to apply for the 7-figure success system. Now, we only open spots 1 to 2 times a month, and we cap it to protect the quality of our community. So to apply, click the link in the description, follow me on Instagram, DM me the word high ticket or whatever in my bio. And if you feel the nudge, I'd love to help you build your next level business. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Let's build your high ticket ecosystem together.